What's going on, guys? Your boy Mr. HD back with another video, and this is the first of many tier list videos that I'll be doing here in the near future. I hope you guys enjoy these. We're going to start off simple today with the first one. We're just going to list the top 25 WWE superstars in the men's division based on my opinion. And this is based on overall when it comes to in-ring ability, mic skills, character work, all those things that we love about professional wrestlers. We're gonna obviously have to throw a couple names in there off rip just because they're champions. Those people would be Roman Reigns. Put Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns will have to go in the top tier. Obviously, he's the 1,000-day plus. It's like 1,200. I don't even know how many days it is at this point. We're heading into another WrestleMania with Roman Reigns as the Universal Champion, and hopefully Cody ends that reign. But as of now, he is still the big dog, if you will, of the WWE. And honestly, he's in the best form he's ever been in his decade-long career in the company. And there's nobody else I could put at the top. So right now, Roman Reigns is number one for me. Let's see who else we got here. Where we put him? Andrade, newcomer Andrade. Where would we put Andrade as far as this list? We put Andrade in the top 20 in the men's roster. I'm gonna throw Andrade in the top 25 just because I really like Andrade. I think he is one of the top 25 guys on the roster right now. You know, as we go through and pick these guys, we might see if he gets knocked down or gets moved up. That's how we're gonna do this. So moving on, we got Akira Tozawa. Akira Tozawa is not going to make the top 25 of the list. Let's see who else we got here. We got The Miz. This is a good one. Where would The Miz go? Is The Miz... Some people would be like, yo, The Miz is top 10 in WWE. I know some people who are serious Miz fans. I like The Miz. I respect The Miz, but I can't put him up that high. I'm going to go ahead and put Miz in the top 20 for now, out of respect for his work. He could move up. We're going to see here in a minute. Let's see. Shinsuke Nakamura. What we do with Shinsuke? Shinsuke's in the middle of an odd hill run. He finally won a match this past week. But, you know, they're few and far in between. He lost a lot to Cody Rhodes, and now he's moving on to Sami Zayn, and he beat Sami Zayn. And who knows what's going to happen with Shinsuke, but he's one of the top performers on the roster still, if you ask me. Win-loss record could be a little bit better, but it is what it is. I'm still going to throw Shinsuke in there with The Miz in the top 20. Not sure, would Shinsuke be ahead of The Miz? No, I'm not putting Shinsuke ahead of The Miz. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Even though The Miz is currently, he's taking care of his wife, for one. You get well soon, Maurice. And, you know, he's in the midst of kind of doing a thing with R-Truth, but he's not really there because he is off some of the shows. But, you know, I think that he's going to be tagging with The Miz at WrestleMania. We'll see how things go. You guys can let me know, depending on when you watch this video, what happened or what do you think is going to happen. Let's see. A newly returning Carlito, someone who returned a few months ago to WWE and honestly hasn't really done too much. He's doing the whole LWO thing, but it hasn't really clicked. People cheer the LWO, but Legado, the new Legado and LWO isn't really clicking right now, and I'm not sure why that is, because they're getting the TV time, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me, but they're not really clicking. I'm not going to put Carlito in my top 25. Who else? Xavier Woods. Doesn't really do a lot of singles stuff. But when he does, he shines, man. He definitely shines. Xavier Woods is highly underrated. I'm going to throw Xavier Woods in the top 25 for now just because he's Xavier Woods. He's really good. At this point, he's a legendary figure in professional wrestling. Will go down in history, being a part of one of the greatest tag teams ever. So shout out to him. I'm putting him there for now. We'll see how it goes. Let's see, who else do I think? Oh, here's one. CM Punk, not DM Hunk. That's CM Punk. Where would I put CM Punk? Where would you guys put CM Punk? You know where I'm putting CM Punk. Don't play with me. CM Punk's top 5, man. Stop playing with me. I don't care if he's hurt. I don't care if he got one arm, one limb. I don't care if he's only doing commentary. I don't care if he's wrestling. I don't care if he's helping with young wrestlers in NXT. I don't care. He's on the roster. He's in the top 5. It is what it is. Let's see. Damian Priest, where would you put half of the current tag team champions? He is the current senior Money in the Bank holder as well, even though he doesn't really do much with it. He can't cash in on Seth because apparently you can't cash in on someone who's injured, which doesn't really make any sense because usually the cash-ins are after matches and people get injured during matches, and that's usually when the Money in the Bank is cashed in because they're trying to take advantage of someone who's hurt. But that Anyways, I'm gonna put Damian Priest. He's a very prominent figure. He's usually in multiple segments on Monday Night Raw. Judgment Day is one of the best stables in professional wrestling right now. So I'm gonna put Damian Priest in my top 15 right now. We'll see if he moves up or down here in a minute. Let's see. Someone who's recently had to go singles because his partner got a serious injury and has been honestly taking advantage of it, doing really well. I'm talking about Ivar of the Viking Raiders. I'm gonna throw Ivar in my top 25. He is in the Elimination Chamber match, which is he fought for a chance to get into the Elimination Chamber match, which is completely loaded. So WWE looks at him as a top 15, top 20 guys. So I'm going to throw him in my top 25 as of right now. I'm going to throw him ahead of Xavier Woods and ahead of Andrade for right now, just because of what WWE is doing with him. Him and Bronson Reed had some, big meaty men slapping man meat matches at one point. Like he's been doing his thing. He's very impressive in the ring. So I got to give Ivar some love. Oh, Santos Escobar. I'm gonna automatically throw Santos at in the top 25 just because I think he belongs there with Andrade. He's the Hill Santos is a really good character. We saw it in NXT. The original version of Legado del Fantasma was great, so we'll see how this new version turns out. But I'm gonna throw him in the top 25 for now. What about Seth Rollins? Obviously, Seth Rollins is a champion, but will he go in my top? No. Honestly, man, I don't know how many times I can say it. I'm just not a Seth Rollins guy. He got the 6 moves of doom, that he does every single match. It's the same repetitive match. He gets buried constantly by different superstars. He gets made fun of. His wife's gimmick is the man while he dresses like the woman, and it's hard to take him seriously. And it's just, I don't know. I'm not a Seth Rollins guy, but I respect the dude. I understand why he's popular to some people, why WWE pushes him. I get it, but I'm just not a huge fan. But out of respect, he's got to go in the top 10. He's the World Heavyweight Champion. I can't take him out of the top 10, but he's probably the only champion that won't end up in the top 5. Maybe. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll see. Let's see. Moving on, Ricochet. Where would I put Ricochet? Is Ricochet top 25? Ricochet's been part of the catering crew for a minute now. Haven't seen a lot of Ricochet. I'm not sure if he's injured, if he's taking time off. I don't really know what's going on with Ricochet. I should probably check in on that. But as far as talent, I got to put Ricochet in the top 20. Now, somebody who's more of a henchman, but has a ton of potential, and everyone can see how good this guy is, and I think he has a very bright future. And I'm talking about Tiffany Stratton's boo, Ludwig Kaiser. Where do you think he should go? I'm going to put Ludwig in the top 20. I think right now he's ahead of all the guys that I have 21 through 25 right now. He's on TV every week. He's a part of an important faction with the Intercontinental Champion Gunther. So I'm going to put him up there in the top 25. Now his tag team partner Giovanni Vinci is not going to. He's dry. He has no personality. If he's not in the tag team, I worry for him, honestly. Moving on, Sami Zayn. What we going to do with Sami Zayn, guys? Sami Zayn got to go in the top 10 for me. Sami Zayn's in the top 10 for me. He was in the main event of WrestleMania last year. It was a part of one of the greatest stories ever in pro wrestling. Is kind of telling another cool story about just being down and out, continuously losing big matches right now, and, possibly not being on WrestleMania and that whole story after main eventing the year prior. He's always doing something interesting, and he just seems like a genuinely good person. So I'm always rooting for Sami Zayn out there. He's in my top 10 for now. So let's see. Austin Theory. Yeah, if you watch this channel for a long time, big Austin Theory supporter, think he has a bright future. The match with John Cena didn't do much to help him. Bad booking, golden eggs, and all these crazy things that Vince McMahon had him doing didn't help him, but still has a lot of potential. Is in a great tag team with Grayson Waller, doing a lot of things right now. So top 15 for now. He could definitely move down or up. I'm not going to put him ahead of Damian Priest. Damian Priest is obviously older, way more seasoned, But Austin Theory's great in the ring. If you watch the dude, what he does in the ring is always pretty much flawless. Let's go to another returning superstar, recently returning superstar in Randy Orton. Where are we going to put Randy Orton? Randy Orton ain't going lower than the top 10. Come on now. For now, put him in the top 5. It's Randy Orton. All right, so next up we got Rey Mysterio, the father of Dirty Dom. Rey Mysterio, not really doing much right now. Part of the LWO. I think he's injured still. Kayfabe or otherwise, I'm not 100% sure. Rey's got to go in the top 20. Yeah, he's got to go in the top 20. Him or Miz aren't really... that's tough. I'm going to put Ray in the top 15 for now. We might have to do some rearranging in a minute. We'll see. Let's see. Angelo Dawkins, no. Sorry. Cody Rhodes, top 5. Easy. Montez Ford, you know what? Take that back. Montez Ford could go in my top 25. He's got the reality show. WWE loves him. He's being pushed. He has a little bit more going on than Angelo does, and obviously he's always been the standout of the tag team anyway, so I'm going to put Montez in my top 25 for now. We'll see if he stays. Oh, here's a fun one. John Cena. What do we do with John Cena? Someone who's around sporadically and goes back to Hollywood, does his thing, but when he comes back, he's one of the most important figures. Comes back, puts young wrestlers over, like he did for Austin Theory, even though it, didn't really work because he destroyed him on the microphone. But John Cena's John Cena, man. John Cena going in my top 10, man. You know what I mean? I'm a John Cena guy. With Tommaso going in my top 25 with what he's been doing in DIY as of late, no, I can't really justify that. Jey Uso, top 10, easy. Jey Uso, top 10, easy. Grayson Waller, top 20. Grayson Waller's top 20. Would he be up there with his tag team partner, Austin Theory? He's good. He's like the new Miz, so I'm going to put him ahead of Miz. I'm going to put him at 16 for right now. The other half of the tag team champions, Finn Balor. Where would Finn Balor go? I'm going to put Finn Balor right next to Damian Priest, man. He's definitely top 15 in my opinion. You know what I mean? Always in the mix doing his thing. He's a champion. Got to throw him in there. What about his homie in the Judgment Day, Dirty Dom Mysterio? Right now, I think Dom is a more important figure than Damian and Finn. If you ask me, he gets a bigger reaction than both of them. So I'm going to throw him at 11 for right now. He could go, honestly, he could go, I'm going to put him in the top 10 for now, man. I'm going to put him in the top 10 for right now. He's probably going to have to move down depending on how many people we got left as I'm looking here. But for right now, Dirty Dom is going in the top 10, man. Let's see. Chad Gable. Chad Gable's in my top 25. That's a definite. I'm not sure where he would go. I'm going to put him ahead of, I can't put him ahead of Shinsuke. They kind of doing more with Shinsuke right now. I'm going to put him ahead of Ricochet, though, for sure. So that moves him here. So I'm going to move Grayson Waller to the top 15 for now. All right, now we're going to have to start moving people off the list because we got 24 people on the list. So we're going to have to start moving people off the list. So let's see how this works out here. Bobby Lashley. What are we going to do with Bobby Lashley? I'm thinking Bobby Lashley is between 11 and 15. I would probably put Bobby Lashley, maybe he's in the top 10. Is he ahead? People love Bobby Lashley, but they don't love him more than Jey Uso right now. Would I put Bobby Lashley ahead of John Cena? Would I move John Cena down? Just out of respect for the active roster, the people who are there all the time. But who are the top superstars in the company? That's what this is about. I'm going to put Bobby Lashley at 15 for now, which means I got to move Grayson Waller down a couple spots. And yeah, Montez is unfortunately a casualty of there being a stacked roster right now. So let's see. Oh, here's a fun one. Guys. R-Truth. Well, is R-Truth in my top 25? I have to say yes, right? He's definitely about to be a tag team champion. He's in a great storyline with the Judgment Day. Out of nowhere is great. Everyone loves R-Truth. Like, it's hard. Even the Hill faction that he was trying to obliviously be a part of, they loved his antics sometimes. At least Damian Priest thought he was funny. So I got to put R-Truth in my top 25. I'm going to put R-Truth, man, right now, man. Dang, that's crazy, yo. I'm going to put him up here by his Judgment Day counterparts, man. I'm gonna put him up there in the top 15, man. I'm gonna move Rey Mysterio down. here. I'm gonna move Ricochet down here. All right. And then, oh man, Santos Escobar not in the top 25. That's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of crazy. I think I put Santos ahead of Xavier Woods. Nah, can't really do that. I'll probably move Andrade there, him there. I think I'm gonna have to move Ricochet off of the list. Yeah, Ricochet's gonna have to go, guys. He could make it back on the list. I might have to do some rearranging. We'll see. Here's one. KO. KO top 15, easy. Man, people are biting the dust right now, guys. People are biting the dust. Yeah, I gotta put KO in the top 10, yo. I gotta do it. Just as much as I don't really like him, I gotta put him in the top 5, right? I got to. Like, he's just based on principle and who's actually the top stars. But then wouldn't I put John Cena? No, I wouldn't put John Cena ahead of any of these guys. Maybe ahead of Seth. This is tough. Let's see who else we got. We got 25 right here. Let's see who's gonna get knocked off. Oh, here's one. Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross. See in the top 25 right now. I mean, they're doing stuff with them, but it's not really anything of consequence. He's leader of the Final Testament. It's cool. I guess he's doing more than these guys. These guys don't really have stories as of right now, at least nothing. Oh, man, this is tough. I'm going to put him in the top 25, which knocks Ivar out the top 25. Sorry, Ivar. All right, let's see if we can find another contender. Pete Dunne got his name back. Would he make? Nope, Pete Dunne's not going to make it. Let's see. Kofi got to go up there next to Xavier, right? Would he knock Santos out the top 25? I think I gotta put Kofi ahead of Xavier Woods. So I'm gonna go with the New Day ahead of Santos for right now. This is right now, as of 5-6 weeks before WrestleMania 40. So we'll see how things turn out. This could be a little bit different in a few months, but as of right now, I think this is what I got. All right, let's see who else we could add to the list. How about L.A. Knight? Yeah. My son's favorite wrestler right now. L.A. Knight is one of the hottest superstars in professional wrestling. Has to go in the top 10, right? Yeah, I'm going to put L.A. Knight in the top 10. I'm going to put him at number 6, actually. He's hot, man. Everybody's clamoring for him to have a title. I think he's got to go up there. I'm going to knock Dirty Dom down to number 11. Austin Theory will end up going down to 16. We'll move Chad Gable down 1. And that knocks one member of the New Day out, top 25, unfortunately. So let's see who else we got. We got Solo Sikoa, member of the Bloodline. It feels like he has to go in the top 25 because he's a member of the Bloodline. But honestly, he's just a henchman. He destroyed John Cena, but he hasn't really done anything but go back to being a henchman since then. So as much as he's on, TV, pretty much every SmackDown, I can't really justify putting him in my top 25 as of yet. He has a crazy bright future, so obviously he'll be there at some point, but not right now. Johnny Gargano, nope, not doing it. He's not there right now. Part of a tag team with a terrible theme song, and they save people from time to time, and I don't know. The tag team division is kind of all over the place. But what about Jimmy Uso? Jimmy Uso is top 25. He's top 25 for sure. I'm going to put him ahead of all these people. I can't put him ahead of... Can I put him ahead of... I could put him ahead of R-Truth and the Judgment Day and Bobby Lashley. Maybe not Dom, though. Maybe that's where it stops. Yeah, he's close to his brother, but not quite there. I'm actually going to move... I'm going to do some rearranging here. Bobby Lashley got to move down top 20. Shinsuke's going to go there, and Kofi gets moved out of the top 25. That's tough for me, man. I'm a big Kofi guy. Kofi Mania is one of my favorite moments all time in professional wrestling. I was there to see him beat Daniel Bryan. It was one of the best moments ever in professional wrestling. The new confused, angry AJ Styles, he's just mad at everybody. Still one of the better in-ring performers in all of pro wrestling. Character work is kind of all over the place sometimes, but it's always interesting. You got to give him that. And he delivers his character work really well. So he's definitely in the top 25. That's without question. Where would I put him, though? I'll put him ahead of all these guys. Would I put him ahead of R-Truth right now? Would I put him ahead of Judgment Day or Jimmy Uso or Dirty Dom? I wouldn't. I just honestly wouldn't. He's not as hot as those guys right now. So do some more house cleaning here. We got The Miz moving down to 21st place, which knocks Andrade out of the top 25. This is fun. I like doing it this way. Let's see. Do we have any other contenders? Of course we do. We got Gunther. We got Gunther going in the top 5. That's easy, which knocks Seth down. Then that's going to knock Jay down. That's going to knock R-Truth down out of the top 15. It's going to knock Grayson. We'll do that. And Karrion Kross is the next casualty. So Karrion Kross knocked up out of the top 25. Let's see if we got any other contenders. What about Logan Paul, man? Is Logan Paul top 25? Man, he is the United States champion. I think he would have to be top 25. I'm going to put him ahead of all these guys right here. Right now, he's got to go ahead of Rey Mysterio. He's got to go ahead of Austin Theory. Even though he's not around as much, he's got to go ahead of Bobby Lashley. I think that's where I stop as far as who I can put him ahead of. He's doing a really good job as a heel. Obviously, for being so green, he's great in the ring. So, yeah, move Ray down 1. And Ludwig Kaiser. That's tough. That's tough. Ludwig Kaiser gets knocked out of the top 25 for me. All right, I think we only got a couple more people who are actual contenders here. So I'm going to mention some names. Might be close, but I don't know. Like Bronson Reed, close, no cigar. Otis, no, can't put him in the top 25. Comedy character. Omos, no, can't do that. But you know what I can do? I can put Drew McIntyre on the list, and he's going to go way up there. He's got to be in the top 10. He's going to go ahead of Seth. He's going to go ahead of LA Knight. He's going to go ahead of Kevin Owens. He's going to be at number 6 for me, which knocks Cena down to tier 3 and the number 11 spot. And yeah, we'll just do some house cleaning right here. And Chad Gable. That's tough. Chad Gable out of the top 20. Should I keep Chad Gable or Shinsuke Nakamura in the top 25? Or maybe The Miz? Like, I feel like all these guys are interchangeable as far as this list is concerned. Grayson Waller might be the last out of all of them. Damn, this is tough. I'm actually going to, man, this is really tough. This is a tough one. I'm going to go ahead and get Grayson Waller up out of there. Even though I think he's immensely talented, I think he pretty much just has the Grayson Waller effect. They haven't really done anything with his in-ring feuds. He is a major player. They're trying to make him a major player. It's kind of like the new Miz, as I've mentioned before. But, yeah, I don't know if I can keep him on this top 25 list as of right now. There's an obvious one on here I'm going to get to, guys. I know. But is there anybody else? No, the Good Brothers, no, definitely not. Big Strongbow, no. JD McDonough, no. Akira Tozawa, no. All right, I think we got one more that we could potentially add to this list, ladies and gentlemen. He's someone who's returned recently and just became the Hollywood version of himself that we all know and love so much. He's going to knock somebody off of this list, but the question is, where do I put him on the list? Now, Roman Reigns is the head of the table. So where should we put his cousin, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is obviously an active member of the roster again? Where should we put him? Does he knock Gunther out the top 5? Is he in the top 5? He's not going to wrestle that much. You know what I mean? Like, he's not about to be on, SmackDown every single week or Monday Night Raw every single week. He's doing this Mania build. So I don't feel like I could disrespect the guys on the top row who've been here. All these guys are here all year round, but, I think these guys have solidified their spots. The only thing I would do, let me set The Rock right there real quick. If I was going to do anything, I would do this. I would put Roman, CM Punk. You know what? I would put Roman, Cody, CM Punk, Gunther, and Randy Orton would be my top 5. Now, The Rock is, this is tough. Now, okay, I think I got it. Okay. Now, Drew McIntyre has been doing a lot of great work, but at the same time, he seems like he's kind of a side character. He's really like a side quest mission for the main story that's going on with Roman Reigns and CM Punk at one point, and Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes and all these guys. He's kind of more like, a side quest for whoever ends up facing him, even though he might end up in the championship match against Seth Rollins. We'll see here soon after Chamber. So The Rock is in the main event. And they're talking about him being in the biggest main event ever, and he turned heel on the fans because they ruined the greatest main event potentially of all time, and all these different things. So I gotta put Rock in the top 10, and I gotta put him ahead of Drew McIntyre. So I'm gonna place him at number 6, man. I'm gonna do some house cleaning here. I'm gonna move Sammy down 1. I'm gonna move half a Judgment Day Damian Priest down 1. He's still in the top 20. I'm gonna move Bobby Lashley down 1. He's still in the top 25. Now we got to make a decision on who to cut, because we got these 3 names here that I'm looking at. We got Chad Gable, who's great in the ring, who's, phenomenal in the ring, can do crazy things. The Miz, who's getting better in the ring, adding new things to his repertoire all the time, even after being around for 15 plus years. And you got Shinsuke, who's at one point was considered to be one of the best in the world, who they're trying to revitalize through this heel character who does these anime style Japanese promos and all this. Pretty cool. But The Miz is too important of a figure to WWE. He's too important of a figure. They put his face on a lot of things when they need to promote the brand. Chad Gable is just a fan favorite. Everybody wanted him to beat Gunther at one time. They thought he was going to be the guy. Potentially, he still could be. He wants to be. He's mentioned that recently. So I think I'm going to have to keep them there, because Shinsuke, even though he just beat Sami Zayn, I don't know where Shinsuke's going, and I can't see him being a part of anything major. And I think even though the anime style promos work, I think there's still there's a disconnect with the language barrier with Shinsuke and the style of promo he cuts. I could be wrong, but for the sake of this video and my list, I'm going to move Shinsuke out of my top 25. And I think that's it. I think we got it. Now, let me see if there's anything that I would change. We got Roman Reigns at number 1. He's the big dog. He's the tribal chief. Of course, he's going to be number 1. Cody's the biggest baby face since John Cena, easily. One of the hottest superstars, if not the hottest superstar in all of professional wrestling right now. CM Punk is one of the biggest draws in professional wrestling, still one of the biggest names in professional wrestling. No one can deny that. Everybody wanted to see his match at WrestleMania that they were building to with Seth Rollins, mainly because it's CM Punk. Gunther is Gunther. He is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. Deservingly so, has done a great job as champion and carrying that belt and making it feel important. Randy Orton is Randy Orton. He's the legend on the roster. That's not a part-timer. He is the legend. He's the top dog, if you will. I know he's not the big dog. He's not the tribal chief, but Randy is the elder statesman and is still great. Came back looking super jacked, so I got to keep him there. The Rock is The Rock. The Rock got to go in the top 10. Some people are going to be like, how you ain't got him at number 1? I get it, but I'm just saying he's a part-timer. He's probably not going to be around that much. I got to put him on the list because he's The Rock and he's on the roster. I gave respect by putting him at number 6. Drew McIntyre is doing the best work of his career. He's in the top 10. I got him at number 7. Seth Rollins is doing great work at points, but then he's also getting little broed by, Drew McIntyre and definitely Roman Reigns and The Rock and even Cody sometimes. They all feel more important to him. But I got him in the top 10 out of respect, even though I'm not a massive fan of Seth Rollins. I respect his work and his effort to do what he does as world champion. So Seth is there. LA Knight's one of the hottest wrestlers right now in the game. Got to give him his top 10 spot. KO is the steady. He's the constant of WWE. You know what I mean? As his beard gets more gray, he's still doing the same cool stuff, still cutting the same intense, real promos. He could add some comedy in there, make you laugh. He could be serious. He could be passionate. Kevin Owens is Kevin Owens. He's always going to give you a great match. So got him, throw him in there. Sami Zayn, one of the hottest wrestlers in the last 2-3 years at WWE. John Cena is fucking John Cena. He's the peacemaker. If he's on the roster list, then he's going in the top 15, in my opinion. I could have made an argument for him being in the top 10 along with The Rock, but I'm going to put him, I think number 12 is a good spot for him. He's part of the top dozen. Then we got Jey Uso, who got the whole crowd doing his intro when he comes out, who's one of the hottest baby faces in the game, who's been doing a great job as a baby face as well. Not really sure if he's going to get that match against his brother at WrestleMania, which everybody thought that they were going to go to. They still could. We'll see what happens. You guys, if you're watching this after WrestleMania, you can let me know. Dirty Dom Mysterio, you know what I mean? He can't even get a word out without getting booed, so he earned his spot. Jimmy has earned his spot. He came back, did some great acting. Being a part of the Bloodline story, got to give him props. Always a factor. The tag team champions, Senior Money in the Bank and Finn Balor. Got to get him props. They're on TV every week, a part of some great storylines with R-Truth and other tag teams in the division. R-Truth, the funniest guy on the roster, hands down, the number one comedic character in WWE, hands down. He makes people laugh every single week. Sometimes it's more funny than others, but when it hits, it hits. And boy, you gotta love R-Truth, and I think everybody does love R-Truth. So he's in my top 20 right now. Him being ahead of AJ Styles just sounds crazy. But this isn't just in-ring ability, even though R-Truth can go in the ring. Yeah, I mean, R-Truth can go in the ring with anybody, but AJ Styles is AJ Styles. So I know it sounds crazy, but I'm combining everything. And I think R-Truth is just he had the number one shirt. I don't know if it's still the number one selling shirt, but he was outselling John Cena when it came to merch. You know what I mean? Just a few weeks ago, as of right now. So that's crazy. So he got to be in the top 20, and I got him ahead of AJ Styles. AJ Styles is up there because he's AJ Styles. Logan Paul is up there because he's probably the most impressive rookie in the history of professional wrestling, as far as like a celebrity coming in and taking to professional wrestling. Not even celebrities, just people off of the street who want to be pro wrestlers. It's just how fast he took to it and became good at it, and is constantly growing as a performer. I got to put him up there. And then you got the bottom 5 of the top 25 list to round it out. Bobby Lashley, who's always a factor, always feels like a big star. They tried to make him a heel, but people love him too much, so he's a babyface again with the Street Profits by his side. Austin Theory's like the number one like young up and comer that they got, like the guy who looks like the next guy. They just gotta do something that clicks, and right now it's not clicking. Rey Mysterio, legend. Same as everything I said about Randy Orton also applies to Rey Mysterio. He's just not around as much, and his storylines. He's not in the world title picture like Randy Orton would be. Chad Gable, talked enough about Chad Gable just a minute ago, and the same with The Miz. Out of respect, The Miz is got to go in the top 25. He's too important to the company for a multitude of reasons, even outside of the ring. So he's in my top 25. So that's my list, guys. You can let me know if I'm tripping, if I'm crazy, if I should have rearranged some things. I don't know. I think this is good. I'm looking at it. I don't feel no way about it. I feel good about it. You guys can, again, let me know if I'm wrong or if you think the list is perfect. Who you think should move up, who you think should move down. I don't know, man. I just like doing lists, and there'll be more coming soon. Stay tuned, man. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't more. Let me know in the comments if you like me doing videos like this. I like doing tier lists. We're going to do some more top 25 lists and see how you guys like it, man. So until the next one, peace.